This week in the NBA wasn't normal. It wasn't routine. It was chaos. Stars exploded, teams collapsed, scandals surfaced, and one bizarre stat shocked every fan watching. A GM was fired, a legend passed away, a superstar went down injured, and the gambling investigation grew bigger than anyone expected. And here's the question every fan is now asking. What actually happened this week? Stay locked in, because these 10 incidents revealed the NBA's most unpredictable week of the season. Segment 1. Brandon Ingram's water bottle outburst. Redhead. Brandon Ingram shocked the NBA when one angry throw turned into a full-blown league incident. Brandon Ingram became the center of NBA drama this week after a moment of frustration turned into a viral controversy. Ingram was benched during a timeout, and cameras caught him tossing a water bottle toward the floor in anger. But what happened next changed everything. The bottle bounced, shot upward, and hit a nearby court attendant who wasn't even part of the play. The arena reacted instantly. Clips hit social media within seconds. Fans argued. Analysts debated, and the league moved fast. Shimmer reviewed the footage and fined Ingram $25,000 for reckless, unsportsmanlike conduct, calling it unacceptable behavior toward game personnel. Ingram didn't argue the decision, but the debate exploded online. Some fans said he got off easy. Others argued tension from the Pelicans' struggles pushed him over the edge. Brandon Ingram is known for quiet scoring nights, smooth mid-range jumpers, and long stretches of calm play. That's why this moment hit harder. It didn't fit his image. It didn't match his style. And that contrast made the clip explode even more. In one bounce, Ingram went from star forward to headline of the week. Segment 2. Michael Ray Richardson's sudden death. Embarrassment. Michael Ray Richardson's sudden death stunned the NBA and revealed a hidden battle no one expected. Michael Ray Richardson's passing sent a shockwave through the NBA world. Richardson was a 4-time All-Star, a steals champion, and one of the most electrifying guards of the early 1980s. Fans remembered him for his quick hands, his flashy style, and his famous quote, "The ship be sinking." But this week, the news came without warning. Richardson passed away suddenly, and soon after, reports revealed something even more heartbreaking. He had been quietly fighting prostate cancer. No public updates, no interviews, no announcements. Just a private battle that even many close to him didn't fully know about. Threatened. For older fans, Richardson wasn't just a name from the past. He was a symbol of raw talent and redemption. His defensive instincts were legendary. He led the league in steals 3 times. He averaged over 20 points during playoff runs. And after setbacks in his career, he rebuilt himself overseas, playing and coaching for decades. That's why his sudden passing hit so hard. It wasn't only the death of a former star, it was the loss of a player who lived a complicated, inspiring basketball life. A player who kept fighting until the very end, quietly and with dignity. Nico Harrison's sudden firing shocked the NBA and reopened every question about the Luka Doncic trade. Nico Harrison's exit from Dallas felt like the final twist in a story the Mavericks never controlled. Harrison was the general manager responsible for one of the most controversial moves in recent NBA history, the blockbuster trade that sent Luka Doncic out of Dallas. Fans hated it, analysts shredded it, and the league questioned how a franchise could lose a generational superstar in his prime. Only months later, Dallas made its move. Harrison was fired, and the organization didn't bother hiding the urgency. The timing was brutal. The Mavericks were already struggling on the court. Attendance dipped. Fan frustration grew, and players reportedly questioned the front office's vision. When the firing hit the news cycle, social media treated it like an inevitable collapse. Many called it the cost of letting a superstar walk. Others argued it was too late, and the damage had already been done. Harrison came to Dallas with a strong resume, Nike executive, respected relationship builder, and a modern front office voice. But the pressure to deliver wins never eased. One major gamble failed, and the franchise moved on instantly.
Now Dallas faces a bigger question. Can they rebuild trust without their old GM? Or is this just the beginning of a longer fall? Luka Doncic stunned the league when his block total passed the Mavericks' entire win column. Luka Doncic is known for scoring explosions, clutch shots, and highlight passes, not shot blocking. But this week, a bizarre stat went viral across the NBA world. Luka had more blocks than the Dallas Mavericks had wins. One player outpacing an entire team's win total became the internet's favorite joke, but behind the humor was something darker. The Mavericks were falling apart. Luka has been doing everything: near triple-double averages, 40-point nights, step-back daggers, and now, unexpected rim protection on top of it all. He recorded chase downs, hand-time swats, and blocks on bigger forwards, plays nobody expected him to make consistently. But the team around him couldn't turn any of it into wins. Dallas struggled late in games. Defensive breakdowns piled up. Turnovers spiked. And the roster looked unbalanced without a clear identity. Fans turned the stat into memes. Analysts called it embarrassing for the franchise. Former players questioned the team's effort. Even rival coaches joked about it in press conferences. Luka Doncic wasn't supposed to lead the team in blocks. He wasn't supposed to carry everything. But this week proved the truth. Luka can do it all, yet Dallas still can't win. This stat didn't just go viral, it exposed the whole season.
Stephen Curry drops 46 despite Wemby's triple-double. Stephen Curry stole the entire night with 46 points, even after Wemby's stunning triple-double. Stephen Curry reminded the NBA exactly who he is. On a night built for Victor Wembanyama, Curry walked in and turned the game into his own show. Wemby delivered one of the best rookie-year stat lines anyone has ever seen, a towering triple-double filled with blocks, boards, and impossible plays at the rim. Fans expected the story to be all about him, but Curry changed the script immediately. Curry dropped 46 points with the same smooth electric rhythm that made him the most dangerous shooter in NBA history. Step-backs, deep threes, off-ball screens that left defenders lost, fourth-quarter daggers that silenced the arena. Every time Wemby made a highlight, Curry answered with something louder. That clash, rising star versus living legend, kept the entire basketball world glued to the game. Analysts called it a passing of the torch moment that didn't pass. Wemby dominated the box score, but Curry controlled the outcome. It was a reminder that even with a new generation taking over, the old guard still holds power. Slim Curry didn't just win a game. He hijacked a storyline, outshined the league's most hyped rookie, and delivered one more masterclass in shot-making. Thunder destroy Lakers 121-92. The Thunder, they humiliated the Lakers 121-92, locking down their stars in a shocking blowout. The Oklahoma City Thunder walked into this week ready to make a statement, and they delivered one of the most brutal beatdowns of the season. The Lakers didn't just lose, they were overwhelmed from the opening tip. OKC ran the floor, hit threes, attacked the paint, and smothered every part of the Lakers' offense. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the way with smooth scoring and elite defense, finishing with 30 points while barely breaking a sweat. The real shock came from how completely the Thunder neutralized the Lakers' stars. Los Angeles couldn't get clean looks. Turnovers piled up. Defensive rotations broke down. Their spacing vanished. By halftime, the game felt decided. By the fourth quarter, the Lakers were getting booed in their own building. Analysts didn't hold back. They called it the Lakers' most embarrassing performance of the year. Fans questioned the roster construction, the aging core, and the lack of defensive urgency. Even opposing players said the Lakers looked lost. For Oklahoma City, the message was clear. They're not a young team on the rise. They're here now. For the Lakers, the message was even clearer. Star power means nothing when effort collapses. NBA illegal gambling scandal expands. The NBA was shaken when an undercover prosecutors charged 34 people in a massive illegal gambling scheme. The NBA's week took a dark turn when federal prosecutors announced charges against 34 people tied to an expanding illegal gambling operation. Court documents revealed a network that included coaches, team staffers, and people directly connected to active players. Investigators say the group used inside information, leaked injury details, and coordinated bets across multiple states. Federal agents seized phones, financial records, and communications that allegedly show months of organized betting activity. Pilgrim League responded within hours, calling the situation deeply concerning and confirming full cooperation with federal authorities. This wasn't a small scandal. It was the largest gambling-related investigation the NBA has faced in decades. Analysts compared it to the darkest rule-breaking eras in sports history. Fans questioned how deep the scheme went. Some even wondered if games were compromised, though prosecutors have not made that claim publicly. What made the scandal more dramatic was its timing. With the league pushing new partnerships in sports betting, this case exposed the danger of blurred lines. The involvement of coaches and connected players raised serious questions about integrity, trust, and security. The NBA now faces a reputation crisis, and investigators say more names could still surface.
NBA viewership. Up 92% despite LeBron's injury, LeBron James went down injured, yet NBA viewership exploded by a shocking 92%. LeBron James has been the NBA's biggest ratings engine for almost 20 years. When he plays, numbers rise. When he sits, networks usually feel it. But this week, something unbelievable happened. National NBA broadcasts jumped nearly 92% year over year, while LeBron was sidelined with injury. Analysts called it one of the strangest media trends the league has ever seen. The surge didn't come from one team, it came from everywhere. Victor Wembanyama continued to draw massive audiences with highlight blocks and viral plays. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Thunder kept climbing. Luka Doncic delivered nightly drama. Anthony Edwards turned every game into a show. Even mid-tier teams saw bumps thanks to close finishes and young breakout stars. The biggest surprise was how stable the numbers stayed without the face of the league. For 2 decades, the NBA has relied on LeBron as its main storyline. This week showed something new, a shift, a transition, maybe even a changing of guard. The league's next era isn't coming, it's already here. LeBron's injury didn't hurt the NBA. Instead, it revealed a lineup of rising stars strong enough to carry the spotlight forward. Suns beat, Mavs right. After GM firing, the Suns crushed Dallas hours after the GM was fired, exposing a franchise in total chaos. The Phoenix Suns walked into Dallas on one of the most chaotic nights in recent Mavericks history. Hours earlier, the team fired GM Nico Harrison, the man at the center of the Luka Doncic trade backlash. Fans were confused. Players were tense. The building felt heavy, and the Suns took full advantage. Devin Booker attacked early. Grayson Allen spaced the floor, and Phoenix jumped out to an immediate lead. Dallas, meanwhile, looked lost. Missed rotations, slow closeouts, no communication on defense. Every mistake fed the narrative that the franchise was spiraling. Analysts watching live said the team looked unprepared and emotionally shaken by the front office collapse. Even the crowd felt it. Every Suns run triggered louder frustration. Phoenix didn't need a perfect game, just a stable one. They played with chemistry, pace, and control, showing why they're one of the West's most organized contenders. Dallas couldn't match any of it. The loss wasn't just another mark in the standings. It became a symbol of a team in freefall, a franchise running out of excuses, a fan base wondering what comes next. The Suns won the game, but the Mavericks revealed the real story. The fallout from one decision can shatter an entire season. Giannis sidelined with knee tendinopathy. Giannis Antetokounmpo's knee injury stunned the NBA and raised serious fears about superstar durability. Giannis Antetokounmpo going down with knee tendinopathy sent a wave of concern through the NBA. Giannis is the league's most relentless physical force, a player who dominates with speed, power, and constant pressure at both ends. That's why this injury hit so hard. Tendinopathy isn't a simple tweak or a short-term bruise. It's a condition that builds over time, lingers for weeks, and can return without warning. For Milwaukee, it immediately changed the season's tone. Without Giannis, the Bucks lose their leading scorer, best defender, and emotional anchor. Their transition offense slows. Their rim protection weakens. Their entire identity shifts. Analysts questioned if Milwaukee has enough depth to stay competitive while he recovers. Fans worried this might become a long-term issue, like past superstar injuries that altered team futures. The timing also made the situation even more dramatic. This season has already seen major stars miss extended stretches. The league is dealing with constant debates about load management, scheduling pressure, and player health. Giannis joining that list pushed the conversation forward again. This week's message was clear: even the strongest player in the world isn't invincible. And the NBA's biggest concern, superstar health, just got louder.